idolatry. Repent of their worship of a false God.
Let's go!
We all need Jesus. Every single person on this earth needs Jesus.
The immigration debate is heating up in North Texas here in Dallas, where Frisco City, where we're at right now, is at the center of a national debate against Indian immigration. Now the problem was there was supposed to be a protest today against white people. It was called the anti-redneck protest. It's supposed to unite together individuals from Bangladesh, from India, to basically make fun of white people as being sort of lower class and say that Frisco belongs to them. Now, what keeps happening in this movement, whenever we make grounds on maybe talking about Israel and the real problem with AIPAC and Zionist institutional Jewry, or we talk about the other side effect of that world Jewry, which is of course the Indian invasion, where they're flooding our streets, because Indians are sympathetic to what? Israel. They're very pro-Israel. That's why they're doing it. That's a huge reason why. And they're very controlled. They are caste system individuals, they are in-group preferential individuals, and they don't assimilate, they don't mix, and they don't actually like white people very much. Their hygiene is bad, their driving is bad, and they're generally disliked in the United States. So what was supposed to happen here is, essentially the Indians started becoming politically active, and they were going to say, you know, hey, well, you guys don't like us, well, hey, we don't like you. Now what always happens, and you see this with like Tommy Robinson's rallies in the UK, which they do actually have an Islam problem in the UK, so that is fair, is it always ends up becoming about Islam. And look, I don't support Islam. I don't think that Islam really does have a fundamental place in the United States. Most white Americans, heritage Americans, Christian Americans, you don't want Islam intermingling with your people. You know what they've done to our great, Hagia Sophia, what they did to Constantinople, and we want vengeance on the Muslim for that. But right now we're at war with Islam because the Jews don't like Muslims, not to get vengeance for Christians. It's because ramping up Islamic hatred is what gets people sympathetic for the foreign wars that we're wasting hundreds of billions of dollars, trillions of dollars over the last several decades. And so two things can be true at the same time. You cannot agree that Islam is the best path forward for our country and we should restrict Islamic immigration. But ultimately speaking, if you just restrict non-white immigration in general, that solves the whole problem. And fundamentally speaking, when you're attacking a religion, well, that's kind of like what? There's white Muslims, there's all types of people that are Muslims. But when you focus on something that actually matters, like world Jewry or the Indian, like from a specific country, Indian immigration, there's always someone that comes in and hijacks it. And that seems to be what happened here. Now people are ranting about Muslims and pressure cookers and Muhammad being a child molester and the Quran. And it's like, maybe they're all true statements, it's okay. But we were supposed to be combating the Indian question here. And that's what Frisco's about. That's our problem. It's about stopping Indian invasion of Dallas, the heartland of America. But we can't even have that. So there's definitely something coordinated here. And, it starts to become suspicious that it ends up being our own right-wing people. They agitate, they have bad optics, and they end up just making us look stupid. And now we're walking around here arguing with nobody about nothing because a counter-protest was created last minute with really good graphics, by the way, that was like, oh, we're going to be fighting Islam. And it's like, well, no, I'm a Frisco resident, and we're sick and tired of the Indians that live here, and nobody's talking about it. So there's definitely some weird coordination, and I think we're gonna have to get to the bottom of this, and I'm really tired of these bad faith actors who are just like walking around doing stupid shit and stunts to basically make us look bad, and make us look low IQ, make us look like dumb, Those people don't represent me. And yelling about Palestinians and Iranian nuclear weapons, the fuck does that have to do with Dagjit Pajit and fucking Abdul, Punjab blocking my aisle today in Costco? And I almost die every day on my roads. My stores are turning into Indian eateries. Everything starts to smell like curry and shit. And there's litter, there's increasing litter all over the streets. So that's my issue. And that's a lot of people's issues, that America's not looking like America. So we can throw Islam into that, I guess, but it seems like everything in the right-wing movement is about just getting people against Muslims. Even our Indian issue is now about Muslims. And so ask yourself the question, who benefits from that? It's not the American people. It's not the Frisco residents. That's not our biggest issue. It's who? It's the same bad faith actors that continue to influence every right-wing movement or motion to just turn it about Israel's enemies. And so India are not Israel's enemies. So we're not allowed to talk about them. But we're going to keep talking about them and exposing this here in Frisco City. I'm Elijah Schaefer. Thank you so much again for watching. See you next time.